Based on feedback from previous consultations, engagement with our stakeholders, design, development and new technical data, we're now proposing a number of refinements to the design of the Lower Thames Crossing. We're currently holding a further round of consultation, which means that until 11:59 p.m. on the 12th of August 2020, you'll have the opportunity to view and comment on our latest proposals. Your feedback is vitally important in making sure we get all aspects of the design, the construction and the operation of the scheme right, and your responses will play a fundamental role in firming up our plans for the Lower Thames Crossing. In this video, I want to give you a brief introduction into some of the key design refinements we're proposing in Thurrock and Essex. Because we've refined the design of utility diversions in areas along the route, it means our overall development boundary, which is the land we need to construct the scheme, has reduced in size. This means that the number of properties inside the development boundary has nearly halved. You can see more details on this in our consultation documents online and in our virtual exhibition. If your property is in or near the development boundary, we will have written to you directly, but if you've got any questions, please do get in touch. Around the northern tunnel entrance near Tilbury, we're proposing to install utilities that would provide a power supply to the tunnel boring machine and northern tunnel entrance during and following construction. A new water supply for the tunnel boring machine and construction site area would also be required. This supply would come from the Linford borehole and a local water main. We're also proposing earthworks which would create a new landform design around the tunnel entrance and provide wide-ranging views overlooking the Thames estuary. Following feedback from landowners and stakeholders, the maintenance access tracks around the northern tunnel entrance would be moved closer to the Lower Thames Crossing. This is to allow for a shorter culvert length, which would minimise the impact on the local ecology and allow wildlife to navigate through the culvert more easily. 2 footpaths in the area would also be slightly realigned, and a new shared path along the south of Muckingford Road would also be progressed. This would allow for better connectivity between Chadwell St Mary and East Tilbury. Near the A13 junction in Orsett, we're now proposing a new area of land for the relocation of the Travellers site. This would be adjacent to its current location with access off Gammon-Fields Way. As part of our woodland planting proposals, we've identified 2 separate areas off Baker Street that we would look to make accessible to the public. Due to the essential realignment of a watercourse, we're proposing to remove a false cutting that we previously proposed in a section of the route between the A128 Brentwood Road and Howford Road. So we're now developing other ways to help conceal the Lower Thames Crossing. Further details on this can be found in our consultation maps and documents online. As part of our utility proposals, we're planning a new permanent compound at Stanford Road, just to the east of Orsett Cock Roundabout. This would be required for the operation and maintenance of a proposed gas pipeline, which would supply the local community. In the vicinity of the Mardyke, we're proposing permanent access from Green Lane for the national grid. This is so it could maintain overhead electricity transmission cables during the diversion works and afterwards for the operation of the network. North of Thames Chase Forest Centre, we're proposing a new maintenance access track and a multi-utilities diversion. We've located these within the same area to limit the reduction in woodland compensation that would be required to accommodate these changes. Around junction 29 of the M25 within the vicinity of the B186 North Road, some above and below ground multi-utilities would need to be diverted to facilitate the proposed route. Full details about these utilities proposals can be found in consultation maps and documents online. We've been exploring solutions to maintain connectivity over the A127 and propose a new footbridge which would link the existing routes. We've carried out detailed noise assessments and have identified locations along the route where noise barriers could be used to reduce the sound of traffic for local communities. Further details on these proposed locations of the noise barriers can be found in our consultation documents and maps online and in our virtual exhibition. These are just some of the design refinements we're consulting on. To view and comment on all the latest proposals, please visit the Lower Thames Crossing website, explore our online exhibition, and of course follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates. This consultation is an important opportunity for you to have your say before we submit our development consent order application later on this year. So please do submit a response online, by free post, email, or simply by calling us. Thank you for watching.